Do you feel guilt?
No, no.
Welcome back to the Teal Jack channel. My name is Todd. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch one more of my videos. Today I'm discussing the interview of Alec Baldwin by George Stephanopoulos one more time. Now, I covered some of his other comments that he made in a previous video, and you can see that video over here. And what I'm bringing up today is some additional comments that he made. So let's check out that interview.
Your emotions are so clearly right there on the surface. You felt shock. You felt anger. You felt sadness. Do you feel guilt?
No, no.
Are you kidding me? You just took a life of somebody and you wounded someone else because of your own, should I say, negligence. You're the one who dropped the hammer. You're the one that had the firearm in your hand when it went off. The buck stops with you, and you feel no guilt over it? What's going on upstairs that says, I don't have any guilt for it? It clearly shows he wants to blame someone else. More than likely, that young armorer. That might be who he thinks is ultimately responsible. He hasn't said it, but it sounds like that's what he's leaning to. And therefore, he doesn't have any guilt at all. I know if I was on that set and I happened to not check a firearm and pull a trigger and end up shooting somebody and killing them, I would be filled with utter guilt. But he has no guilt? Man, how cold do you have to be to have no guilt over what you've done? But then again, he's had a long history of attacking paparazzi and other people. I mean, as a former paramedic, my action resulted in a loss of life. It's a horrible day. I gave some medication that put somebody into cardiac arrest. We did what we could. And ultimately, I got cleared because I didn't violate any protocols and I wasn't found negligent. But even to this day, it still eats me up inside. Because had I not pushed that medication, could the guy still be alive? It's a question I've had. And that happened back in the late 90s, around 1997, 98. Right in that ballpark. And it still eats me up all these years later. And he has no guilt? You almost sound heartless, Alec Baldwin.
I feel that there is, I feel that someone is responsible for what happened, and I can't say who that is, but I know it's not me.
Someone is responsible, and I can't say who it is. I can say who's responsible. You are. That's who's responsible, Alec Baldwin. No one else but you. You had the gun in your hand. You played with the hammer and the trigger, and you shot her. No one else was behind that firearm. Man, that chaps my hide.
Baldwin now awaiting the outcome of the sheriff's investigation, hoping whatever it uncovers helps to ensure a tragedy like this never happens again.
What do we come out of this learning? What do we come out of it? What changes can be made? Because where you have a person, where, as I said, this is 1 in a billion, that someone puts a real bullet in the gun. That never happens. And the idea that a real bullet was in that gun and would come out of that gun and kill that woman, that was not even in the realm of possibility. And that's the thing that they must find out, is who brought bullets onto the set.
Who brought bullets onto the set? That's not the question I have. Yeah, we should have some answers to that. I can see that. But I've also heard of other sets, and I've probably seen other movies where actual live rounds have been used. In fact, I know I've watched some movies where live rounds were actually used. But there should be a safety protocol behind that. And one of those safety protocols is you check that firearm yourself. I'm sorry, Alec Baldwin, there's no one else responsible for what happened that day but you. You were the last ditch. You were the last stop. You were the last person to have that firearm in your hand. Yeah, there was a whole system, it sounds like, of safety that didn't go through that day. You're right, the armorer should have checked the gun. The other guy who handed you the gun should have checked the gun. But you should have checked that gun yourself. That's what should be changed. George Clooney's absolutely correct. Every actor ever handed a firearm should check it themselves when they are using a real firearm on a set for their movie instead of a plastic prop gun that's made to look like the real thing. That's what should be changed. So what comes out of this? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Is it going to be charged with negligence? Negligent homicide? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. It's a sad day for both him and the family of Helena Hutchins. She's got a child that's going to grow up without a mom. His life is changed forever because he chose not to look at that firearm himself. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Put your comments below. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. If you've made it this far in my video, I sincerely thank you for taking time out of your day to watch the entirety of my video. If you like my content, please hit the like button and turn your bell on. You'll receive a notification anytime I post a new video. Also, if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button. You'll find the link up here. And feel free to watch one of my other videos that I will have pointed over here. Thanks again for taking time out of your day. It really does mean a lot that you would spend part of your day and your valuable time to watch one of my videos. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.